I'm Dokja. I usually introduce myself to people like this, then the following misunderstanding will occur. Oh, are you an only child? I am, but that isn't what I mean. Huh? Then? My name is Dokja, King Dokja. My father gave me that name so that I'll become a strong man even if I was on my own. However, thanks to this name that my father gave me, I was simply living as a single man, unremarkable in my loneliness. In short, my life was like this. King Dokja, 28 years old, single. My hobby was reading web novels on the subway while going to and from work. At this rate, you'll get sunk into your smartphone. In a noisy subway, I raised my head reflexively. A pair of curious eyes were staring straight at me. They belonged to an employee from the human resources team, Yu Sangha. Hello, I greeted her. Are you going home from work? Yes, what about you, Sangha? I was lucky. The manager went on a business trip today. Yu Sangha sat down soon as the seat next to me became vacant. A subtle sound came from her shoulders, making me nervous. Do you normally take the subway? That. Yu Sangha made a dark expression. Come to think of it, this was the first time I met Yu Sangha on the subway train. Starting with personnel, manager Kang to finance manager Han, there were rumors that Yu Sangha had men from the company driving her home every workday. Yet unexpected words came from Yu Sangha's mouth. Someone stole my bicycle. Bicycle? You commute by bike? Yes, it's because I felt like I've been getting less and less exercise since I've been working overtime a lot lately. And because there was also a bit of an annoying matter. Things like that were why. Aha, so that's how it was. Yu Sangha smiled brightly. Seeing her this close, I could kind of understand what men found her attractive, but ultimately it didn't matter to me. The genre of every person's life was already determined, and Yu Sangha was someone who lived in a genre different from mine. After the awkward conversation, we looked at our phones. I opened up the novel app I was reading on before while Yu Sangha. What was this? Pura de Pastorama Dinero. Huh? Spanish. I see. What does it mean? Please give me some money, Yu Sangha replied proudly, starting on the subway while going home. She truly had a genre different from me, but where was she planning to use a phrase like that after learning it? You're working hard. By the way, what is Dokja looking at? In the moment it took me to think, oh shoot. Yu Sangha's gaze landed on the LCD screen of my smartphone. Is it a novel? Yes, well, you could say that I'm studying Korean. Well, I also like novels. I haven't been able to read lately because I don't have time. It was surprising. Yu Sangha liked reading novels. Novels like Murakami, Haruki, Raymond Carver, Han Kang. Of course. Yu Sangha asked, Dokja, what writers do you like? You won't know even if I say their names. I've read a lot of novels. Who are the authors? At this time, it was really hard to say that I read novels as a hobby. I glanced at the title of the novel in the app. The World After the Fall, author Xing Shang. I couldn't say that I was reading The World After the Fall by Xing Shang. It's just a fantasy novel. It's... what was it again? Right, Lord of the Rings. It's kind of like that. Yu Sangha's eyes widened. Aha, the Lord of the Rings. I've also seen the movies. Yes, the movies are good. Silence followed. Yu Sangha was still looking in my direction and seemed to be waiting for me to say something. It was getting awkward, so I decided to change the topic. It's already been 1 year since we joined the company, hasn't it? It was around this time last year, I think. Time really flies. Yes, you're right. Back then, the two of us had no idea what was going on, didn't we? That's right. It seems like just yesterday, but the contract period is already over. I realized that I said something wrong when I saw Yu Sangha's expression. Yu Sangha trailed off. I had forgotten. Yu Sangha received credit for a foreign buyer last month and was already promoted to a full-time employee. Ah, that's right. That happened. My congratulations are late. Sorry about that. Maybe I should have worked hard to study a foreign language too. No, not at all, Dokja. That's still a performance review, and I didn't want to admit it, but aside of Yusanga speaking, it was pretty cool. Her face seemed to glow with a brilliant light, as though the world's spotlight was shining down on only one person. If this were a novel, the protagonist would likely sound like her. In fact, it was an inevitable outcome. Well, I hadn't worked hard. Yusanga had. While I read web novels on the internet, Yusanga studied diligently. So it was inevitable that Yusanga would become a full-time employee and that my contract would be terminated. Dokja. Yes? If you don't mind, should I let you know the app I'm using? All of a sudden, Yusanga's voice sounded distant. It felt as though I was getting infinitely farther away from the world. To rain my wine, which felt as though it would drift away. I forced my eyes open and focused my gaze straight ahead. A boy was sitting in the seat opposite mine on the train. He looked a little over 10 years old. The boy who had an insect collecting net in one hand was smiling brightly as he sat next to his mother. Dokja, what would it be like if I had a life different from the one I had now? In other words, what if the genre of my life had been different? Kinda. If the genre of my life was realism but fancy, would I have been able to become the protagonist? Who knows? That was probably something I would never find out. However, if there was one I did know, it was this. It's fine, Yusanga. Pardon? Even if you tell me the app, it won't be any use. The genre of my life was plainly realism. It's because the Dokja has a Dokja's life, you see. What do you? It's just that some people are like that in life. And in this genre, I wasn't a protagonist, but a reader. A Dokja's life. Yusanga was wearing a grave expression, so I waved my hand a bit to show that I was really alright. I didn't really know why, but this person seemed sincerely worried about me. Well, she was from Asia, so she was probably aware of my work performance already. Dokja says truly great things. What? Then I suppose I have my own life as well, a Sanga's life. Yusanga seemed to have decided something as she turned back to studying Spanish. I gazed at her for a while before returning to the novel. Everything had returned to normal, but strangely, my schooling of the novel didn't go well. Maybe it was because I realized the weight of reality that I couldn't scroll down. At that time, a notification appeared at the top of my smartphone. You have one new mail. It was from the author of Ways of Survival. I opened the mail. Reading, my novel will become paid from 7 p.m. This will be helpful. Good luck. One attachment. The author said he would give me a gift. What was the gift? Like my name, I was also a reader by nature, so I was excited to receive the mail. Yes, it wasn't bad living as a reader. I checked the time. It was 6:55 p.m. I had exactly 5 minutes before the novel became monetized at 7 p.m. Then I opened up my list of preferred novels in the app. Since I was the only reader, I should leave a congratulatory comment and give strength to the author. However, the work doesn't exist. I tried typing ruin several times in the search box, but the result was the same. The bulletin board for Ways of Survival had disappeared without a trace. It was strange. Had there ever been a case of a novel being deleted without notification when it was going to be monetized? At that moment, the subway lights turned off, and the inside of the train became dark. Tick! The subway train shook loudly and let out a metallic sound. It caused Yusanga to scream and grab my arm. Then I heard the sound of other people getting stirred up. Yusanga gripped my arm so tightly that I paid more attention to the pain in my left arm than the sudden stop. It took 1,000 seconds for the train to stop fully. Then I heard confused voices coming from everywhere. What? Why is this? In the dark, 1 or 2 smartphone lights turned on. Yusanga still held my left arm tightly as she asked, "Well, what is going on?" I pretended to be unconcerned. "Don't worry, it isn't a big deal." "Is that so?" "Yes, it's probably a disturbance from the suicide. The engineer will soon make an announcement." As I finished speaking, I heard the engineer's announcement. "Telling all passengers on the train, telling all passengers on the train." The loud surroundings became calm. I sighed and opened my mouth. "See, it isn't a big deal. Now an apology will end and the power will come back on. Everyone run away! Run!" "What?" There was a beeping sound and the broadcast turned off. The inside of the train became a mess. "Did Dokja see? What is this?" A bright light flashed from the front of the subway train. There was a loud drumming sound followed by a pop. Something was heading this way in the darkness. It was just a coincidence that I saw the clock at this moment. 7 p.m. Tick. It felt like the world was stopping. Then I heard a voice. "The free service of planetary system 8612 has been terminated. The main scenario has started." This was the moment the genre of my life changed.